please give a thumbs up on the video and subscribe.
Okay, have you ever felt that pull, between paying the bills, doing the practical thing, and then that other part of you that really wants to follow a passion to, I guess, keep your soul intact?
Oh, absolutely. It's a classic struggle, isn't it? That tension is something I think most people grapple with at some point.
Exactly. And today we're doing a deep dive into someone who, well, really leaned into that struggle head on.
We're looking at Roger Bain's memoir, right? Hardly Working, How I Found a Career and Kept My Soul.
That's the one. And it's not your standard, how-to career guide. It's described as provocative, often funny.
Yeah, a real coming-of-age story, but also kind of a social history following his pretty unconventional search for the American dream.
So our mission here is really to unpack his journey, how he deliberately avoided what he calls that pre-programmed path.
The path many of us just sort of fall into.
Yeah.
And instead, how he tried to find work, a career that genuinely felt right for him.
And maybe pull out some insights for, defining success on your own terms.
Definitely. So where do we start? The retirement thing.
Yeah, let's start there. It's pretty bold. Right after college, in his 20s, he basically decides to retire.
Well, retire, yeah. His goal was explicitly to become a man of the world, not jump straight onto that conventional career track.
Which is just, wow, what a leap.
It really was, but it wasn't about kicking back, was it? It was more like a deliberate investment in self-discovery, experience over resume points.
Right. He figured diverse experiences would be more valuable in the long run.
Exactly, which led to this incredible, almost bewildering mix of jobs and schemes and, well, capers, as he calls them.
Yes, scores of them. And when you look at the list, it's something else.
Like what? Give us some examples.
Okay, so you've got him peering into the Hinsdale Golf Club caddy shack back in 1960. Then there's mentions of the Flange Ladies, whatever that entailed.
Intriguing.
And being a Fuller Brush man, flipping burgers at Ace Hamburger, even selling waterbeds.
Where was that? In
what he calls a wino neighborhood in Minneapolis. From a display window, apparently.
Okay, that paints a picture.
And there's some really out there anecdotes, too. Like being at the final Grateful Dead show at Fillmore West, describing it as melting into a screaming Edvard Munch scene.
Wow. Intense.
Or, encountering an anteater somewhere in Colombia, or playing kazoo in a dress for nuns while ditching his day job.
In a dress for nuns. Okay.
And maybe the peak absurdity. This story about, how he puts it, the world's largest smooth and creamy dildo accidentally getting delivered to an all-boys Catholic high school instead of a novelty shop.
Oh, my goodness. You can just imagine the reaction.
Right. He tells it with this great mix of, humor and total disbelief.
So amidst all this chaos, really, was there a thread holding it together?
Yeah, there was. Music, songwriting. That was the constant. His passionate avocation, he calls it.
Ah, okay. So that was the anchor.
Totally. He says it sparked this love of life's possibilities, kept him optimistic, and eventually it led to him forming his group, the Barking Geckos.
So the music wasn't just a side thing. It was core to his spirit, his drive.
Gosh, it was always there, no matter how odd the job. But okay, how does that translate? You've got this passion, this wandering.
Yeah.
But you still need to, function, build something.
Right, the practical side. And his philosophy there is interesting, too. It wasn't about chasing it all.
No, he talks about finding the sweet spot, just having enough, not being possessed by possessions or by the man.
Which sounds great, but in practice, how did he manage that balance between freedom and, well, necessity?
Well, that's the key question, isn't it?
It seems less about just being frugal and more about a mindset shift, a detachment from, the usual markers of success.
Freedom from keeping up with the Joneses, maybe.
Sort of, yeah. A kind of psychological freedom. He did try the corporate world, though. He had a job he said felt like a Frank Zappa song lyric.
I can almost hear that.
And then later, he actually landed a pretty decent advertising sales job, majestic corner office view, the whole bit.
Okay, so he did dip his toe in.
He did. But then he got fired.
So that wasn't the answer either.
Apparently not, but that firing became the turning point. He took all those weird, diverse experiences.
The caddy shacks, waterbeds, the Flange Ladies.
Exactly. All of that. And he channeled it into starting his own advertising business, Roger Bain Communications.
So he built something from that meandering path.
Precisely. Something that finally seemed to fit. It paid the bills, yes, but it also fed that creative side, aligned with his values. It worked for him.
And that, I think, is why this story feels so relevant now, especially if you're maybe just finishing school, you're at a crossroads, wondering what to do next.
Yeah, it's a real prompt to question the standard expectations, isn't it? To value self-discovery, maybe through experiences you wouldn't normally put on a resume.
And to actually listen to your passions, let them guide you, even if the path looks, well, nothing like you expected.
Bain's memoir really is a testament to that. Forging your own way, embracing all the weird stuff, letting passion be your compass, even if it leads you down some very winding roads.
So, as we wrap up, maybe a thought for you listening. As you think about your own work, your own search for meaning, what would it mean for you? What would it look like to be hardly working in a way that genuinely keeps your soul